Here, Scopely, you can make these events as complicated as you want, but I'm going to help my community and the rest of the community beat these events free to play. And if you don't like that, then tough. But if you want to know how to do that, then join me in this video. What is going on, everyone? I'm BPG and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I make at least 2 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week, usually based around the events within the game of Marvel Strike Force. However, sometimes I do get a chance to sprinkle in other videos as well. So if you find the content in this video helpful, please do consider giving it a like, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any other BPG content. And if you're new around here or not, why not stick a comment down below? I love to speak to each and every single one of you. And we have an awesome community here on the BPG channel. And as per usual, we will start by recapping week 1 of Midnight Hunt. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to make a video on Friday. My apologies, everyone. But if I had, this would have been the week 1 breakdown that I would have told you that we were getting. So we should be at Milestone 22 with 244,850 points from the first week. And just to show that the math all works out, here you go. 3 hours ago, 244,850 points on the nose. I've got that down as Milestone 22, but you can clearly see Milestone 17. That's an error on my part. Sorry, guys. So what events are we in for week 2 of the Midnight Hunt? We have Twilight Vigil. This event is live as of recording this video. It is a 7-day event, so it's going to finish on the 14th of October at 2 PM PDT or 10 PM BST if you are like me in the UK. We also have the regurgitated web milestone Sugar Rush. This again is also live. Now, it should be a 7-day web milestone. However, if we were to look on the Marvel Strike Force website right now at the milestones, you will see that it is actually set up for 6 days, which means Scopely has done a copy pasta of the last week's event. Very, very sneaky, guys. Just extend it a day. But anyway, we'll see if they do extend it. Hopefully they do. So this will either finish on the 13th of October at 2 PM PDT or 10 PM BST if you're like me in the UK, or it will finish on the 14th of October if it is as per stated in the weekly blog at 2 PM PDT or 10 PM BST, right when Twilight Vigil finishes as well. And we have another how can we say, Alliance event. It is live as we speak. It is a 5-day event, so it's going to finish on the 12th of October at 2 PM PDT or 10 PM BST. And this week's quick rumble is Symbiote Spectres. This is going to start on Friday the 11th of October at 2 PM PDT or 10 PM BST. It's going to finish on the usual Sunday the 13th of October. And this week you are going to earn extra points for blitzing with symbiote characters. There is a lot in that stable, so that is really, really good. So let's break down Night Raid first. This event is pretty much a regurgitation of the Dark Future event that we had last week. We are getting the Blade Night Stalker orb fragments in it again. You're winning or getting points for playing raid battles, earning the Allied Supply 6 orb fragments, earning milestone points from the Orcus raids with additional points available if you have Blade or Oath and raiding with those. Your reasonable free-to-play total, now this is just from doing the raid battles portion and the earn Allied Supply 6 orb fragments, is 288,000 points. That is enough to clear all the month-long currency, the silver bullets from this event, pretty much. I do see, however, that they have chucked a few more silver bullets on milestones 11 and 13. That's very sneaky, Scopely. And your to-do list this week is to do 8 raid battles per day and to collect the daily free claim. That will get you that 288,000 points. And for those of you interested in the math, we have it again. 192,000 points is the capped limit. That's 960 raid battles over 5 days of the event for 24 Alliance members, giving you 8 raid battles per day. They have gone cheap on the reclaim for the Allied Supply 6 orb fragments. It is only 800 fragments now, which brings that top total down a little bit from what it has previously been. So we're only going to earn 96,000 points from the Allied Supply 6 orb fragments. However, where the main bulk of the points is going to come from is your Orcus raid nodes. This is based off of the Orcus raid Omega. So I haven't broken it down for the smaller Orcus raid for the smaller alliances, but this is the Orcus raid Omega, and the majority of your points is going to come from the nodes themselves. So you get 200 points for each normal origin node that you can beat, 1,000 points for the origin boss node, 10,000 points for the end boss node, and because this is now officially the Night Stalkers sort of raid event, we have the normal Mystic node requiring 600 points, or giving you 600 points, should I say, and the Mystic boss giving you 3,000 points. And you're going to get a bonus per node based on your difficulty that you're doing. Obviously, D0 is going to give you nothing. D1 will give you 200, D2 will give you 750, and D3 will give you 1,200 extra points per node. And our known points, including the all these points here. Now, this is based on you dogpiling both Mystic and Tech. Now, with the Tech nodes, you should be able to spread out a little bit now, because you should have at least 3 members of the Orcus raid team. So you should be able to spread out on that now and complete all 3 of the nodes in the Orcus Tech section. So, but this is purely based on dogpiling. So going down one lane on both Mystic and Tech, you're looking at 804,000 for D0, 1,041,000 for D1, 1.422 million for D2, and 1.794 million for D3. And in milestones, D0, you're back one milestone. Before this, in the previous raids, the Dark Future event, you were at milestone 17. You're only going to get to milestone 16 now if you're doing D0. D1 will get you to milestone 18. Now, that previously got you to milestone 19, so that is a milestone off. However, D2 and D3, as long as you can do those, you are looking at milestone 20. Sugar Rush again is back, and again, like I said, I hope they fix this this week. As you can see here in the Friday blog, the table that they gave us said a duration of 7 days, and when you look at it live on the milestones at the moment on the website, it does say 6. Now, that might have changed by the time I upload this video. The total Twilight Vigil milestone points available from this is 33,500, and you're also going to get 75,000 silver bullets for the main month-long event from this. Your to-do list for this is to spend the gold on candy in the candy store, do your Alliance donation / gifting daily, and spend candy in the candy store. So the candy store, you can get 10,000 candies for 600,000 gold. That is going to give you a total of more than that, actually, 180,000 candies if it stays at a 6-day event, which is what they've got it posted at the moment on the web. There's your candies. And that's going to make you spend 1.8 million gold per day on these candies. The other way you can do it is from the Alliance gifting. This hasn't changed from last week either. So you're looking at either gifting 1,000 gold, 1,000 silver promotion credits, or if you're crazy and have a load of them, I know some of the Krakens do have this, 500 dark promos. You're going to want to aim for that 4th box again, even though they have paved this event as an extra day. You're still probably going to want to aim for that 4th box from your donations, which is going to require 12 of your Alliance members to donate at least the 1,000 silver promo credits, and 12 of your Alliance members to donate at least the 1,000 gold. And this is what you're going to get from the Alliance gifting. So box 1 is going to give you 5,000 candy. Box 2 is going to give you another 10,000 candy. Box 3 is going to give you another 10,000 candy. And box 4 is going to give you 12,500 candy. And so your 4-box scenario, I'm just basing this, if you spent 1,000 gold, you might get extras from donating the 1,000 silver promo credits, but you will basically earn 231,000 candies over the 6 days. Now, again, this could be a little bit more if you are earning it over the 7 days of the event. Over the 6 days, you're looking at 231,000 candies, just if it is kept as per the web milestone is at the moment online. And what to spend it on. So again, just a recap of what to spend it on. You have the awakened ability materials. Old Man Logan's special, I would say, is number 1. Blades Ultimate is probably number 2. Ares' special would be number 3. Blades Basic would be number Logan's Basic even, sorry, not Blades Basic, but Logan's Basic is number 4. Now, there is some sort of hint in the log that there is something to do with Britain coming to the candy store as well. I actually think that is going to be his awakened abilities. I don't think that's going to be Shards of Captain Britain. I'd be very surprised if it was. Obviously, if it is, he is a perfect person to get if you do not already have him. Centerpiece uniques for the Crimson gear. These are an absolute steal. The mini uniques for the Crimson gear, again, an absolute steal. However, the big trap is the Oath Diamond Orb fragments. Don't buy those. They are a complete and utter trap. Right, so this week's main event then is Twilight Vigil. And this is a convoluted, complex event. But let's break it down really simply for you. So there are a lot of inputs this week. You have earning Twilight Orb fragments. These are going to come from campaign nodes, so spending campaign energy. Spending the Dead of Night campaign energy. Now that is the Night Stalkers showcase campaign energy, so the Blade showcase. And then we are looking at raiding with Alpha Flight at G18 or Alpha Flight at G19, Spider Society at G18 and 19, Hive Mind at G18 and 19, and Extreme X-Men at G18 and 19. Now, I've got a very low reasonable free-to-play total here of 85,160. Now, that isn't the total free-to-play total. This is just the reasonable free-to-play total from spending the Dead of Night energy and also completing the web milestone, the Sugar Rush web milestone. Your to-do list this week, at a minimum, is to spend 200 cores on the Dead of Night Night Stalker campaign energy and to collect your daily free claim. Now, those are both your daily tasks that you're going to want to do. What I would recommend is that you are playing 20 raid battles over this week with Alpha Flight, Spider Society, Hive Mind, and Extreme X-Men at G18 minimum. And if you really want to go the next level on, because this is a leaderboard event, you are going to want to spend 200 cores on campaign energy. But this is something I don't think is really worthwhile, especially if you are free to play. And here is the table for this event. So you'll see 76,000 milestone 14. That is where the prayer beads are. So that is all the month-long currency from that. That is relatively easy to get. Like I said, that will come from spending the Dead of Night energy and earning the Twilight Vigil milestone points through the web milestone. Everything else is the extra from raiding, from spending your campaign energy to get the Twilight Orb fragments. So we're getting 33,500 points from the web milestone. And as per last week, we've got an extra day this week with it. We have 48,160 points from the campaign energy. And our daily free claim is 500 Twilight Orb fragments, giving us 3,500. So that is going to equal that total on the first slide there. You then have the campaign energy. Now, the campaign energy orb fragment to energy ratio is a 3-to-1. It is very, very poor. And this is why BPG is recommending you not to put any cores into this unless you really want to push hard on this leaderboard for Blade. Now, you're not going to get Blade in the leaderboard, but I still think even if you don't do the 50 core refreshes of campaign energy, you'll still end up in probably the top 10,000 players getting those ISO 8 extra goodies. And here are your rating points. So the number of raid battles for the G18 limit is 20, and the number of raid battles for the G19 limit is 20. So that is going to mean that you're going to need to do 3 raid battles with each of the teams, the Alpha Flight, the Hive Mind, the Spider Society, and the Extreme X-Men. That's 12 raid battles daily with those 4 teams to get the event, to cap the raiding points out for the gear limit. And what does that look like? Well, if you manage to cap out the Alpha Flight, the Spider Society, the Hive Mind, and the Extreme X-Men at gear 18, that is going to give you an additional 32,000 points from raiding alone. And if you have your characters at gear tier 19, now you only need 1 character at gear tier 19 to collect this, you are going to earn yourself an extra 68,000 points plus the 32,000 points. So that is another 100,000 points extra going on to the total. So scenario 1 I've put is if you have all your teams at G18 and you max out the G18 rating, you're going to end up at 144,684 points for milestone 15. That's not bad. And scenario 2 is the G19 rating. That is going to end you up at 212,684 points, and that is going to put you at milestone 17. Now, what is in those milestones? Let's take a look. So milestone 15, there we go, 124,000. That's going to get you some Crimson Unstable Molecules. So all of this is tech Crimson gear. It's going to get you some Crimson Focus Catalyst parts. It's going to end you up with some L4 training modules. Just going to get some T5, T2 level 5 ions, not really needed. T3 ISO 8 credits and some T3 L1 ions. Those will be very useful. If you did the gear 19, you're going to get to milestone 17, which is going to get you some charged particles. It's going to get you more T3 ISO 8 credits. It's going to get you 10 million gold. Seriously, guys, for 4 characters going up to gear tier 19, that 10 million gold will pay that investment back. You're also going to get the 32 Crimson Nanites and 32 Crimson Tachyon Conductors. So with what you are getting back for what you're putting in, this is well worth the investment. And so who does BPG recommend to upgrade, or who is BPG going to upgrade to gear tier 19? Well, from Extreme X-Men, it's a no-brainer. It's Nightcrawler all day long. He is just such a good character, plug and play in a lot of places. Well worth taking into Dark Dimension 7 as well. The next one is from the Spider Society, and that will be Peter B. Parker. In my opinion, he is pretty much the linchpin of the entire team. So build him big. Red Goblin, this is again, pretty much the linchpin and a massive damage dealer for Hive Mind. The reason why I've chose him is because he uses hammer tech, which isn't really something we use a massive amount in the new 2024 character releases. Now, if you were to include the Superior 6 and the Sinister 6 in that, then yes, you would have an argument to say that you're going to use a lot of G19 hammer tech. But from the 2024 releases only, hammer tech's been pretty light, so he is a decent candidate for G19. And personally, who I am taking to G19 will be Guardian. The other character who I would love to take, but it just requires too much biogear, would be Sasquatch. He would actually be my pick if you are overloaded with biogear. Sasquatch all day long. He's a pre-taunting and on-turn taunting tank. He is going to stay around in the meta for a very long time. Guardian and Northstar, they will probably drop off as they go. Northstar is mutant gear, which is always normally a bottleneck for people. So your choice with Alpha Flight is very limited. I'm going to go with Guardian because I've got lots of tech gear available. His centerpiece unique isn't too bad, and he's got some decent abilities to use in Dark Dimension 7. And some final thoughts. So I think they are really trying to make the events a little bit more convoluted to try and make you do more. If any of you saw the blog from Mobile Gamer earlier, the Battle World blog that went live, you'll see that they are recommending to upgrade Hive Mind, Alpha Flight, Extreme X-Men, and Spider Society for Battle World as well. So this is obviously just a little push for you guys to upgrade them earlier than what, you know, them reading that blog. Let me know what you're going to do down below. Who are you going to choose from Alpha Flight, from Spider Society, from Extreme X-Men, and from Hive Mind to upgrade to get these juicy points? Don't forget, if you found this video helpful, please do consider giving it a like and maybe even share it with some of your Alliance mates to help them. And until next time, everyone, stay positive.